Today on Provost Park Pass, I'm going to be showing you 10 attention to details that are so insane that you probably wouldn't even notice them, and only Disney would do something this crazy and cool. When Walt told his wife, Lily, he's like, hey, I want to do a theme park, Disneyland, she was like, no. She was kind of scared. She's like, I don't know if we should do that. She's like, theme parks are gross. They're dirty. So why would you want to do that? And Walt's like, exactly. Walt set a standard saying, we are going to do above and beyond than any other theme park. We're going to make Disneyland special. It's going to have all these amazing details. It's going to be clean. It's going to be fun. So let's look at the top 10 details that only Disney would do that you probably didn't know. For the number 10 most insane detail that you probably didn't notice, you have to come down to New Orleans Square. New Orleans Square. Now, New Orleans Square is, of course, based off of New Orleans Square in Louisiana. Now, Louisiana, what does Louisiana have? Louisiana has a lot of humidity, like a ton of humidity. And because of that, there's a lot of rust and a lot of little bit of dirt and grime because it's always so like, ugh, I hate that word. The problem is in California, we don't have that type of humidity like they do in New Orleans. So what do? They wanted to replicate this. And how do they do that? They actually painted on rust and grime on the buildings. And once you've seen it, you can see it everywhere. The rust is all painted on. It's not real rust. It's just faux rust. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the guy walking around, it's like, you know what this place needs? More rust. All of that is just fake painted on rust. And I mean, it is everywhere in New Orleans. Let's go look at more of it. Rust and grime painted on. Rust painted on. Look underneath the flag. What do you see? Rust painted on, of course. You see a French flag, an American flag, and a Spain flag. The reason is because at one point New Orleans was under each of those particular countries. France, Spain, and America. Number 9, authentic French cannons. These were real cannons used by the French in the 1800s. But these cannons have never been fired. They were never fired, and they got them here to be on Main Street. Of course, these were from the French army in the 1800s. Can you believe that? Real cannons. When they were designing Main Street, they wanted everything to be authentic, and one of the things that they thought was like, you know, it'd be really cool if we had some cannons. Now, of course, Disney wants everything to be family friendly, so they probably were like, yeah, but can we get authentic cannons who have never ever been fired? And I'm sure the Disney Imagineers and everybody, the project planners, like, sure, no problem. There are 2 cannons on Main Street. There's this one right over here that's facing the City Hall. And then if you walk across the little hub, spoke, if you will, you get the second cannon that's aimed right at the great moments with Mr. Lincoln. I don't think they're strategically placed to be aiming at anything, but I always think it's kind of funny. There's like one's at the City Hall, and the other one's right there at great moments of Mr. Lincoln. For the 8th coolest detail that you probably never noticed at Disneyland, you gotta come to Toontown. Well, right at the beginning of Toontown. As you enter into Toontown, you see this little stoplight or lamppost, I guess it is. It says, welcome to Mickey's Toontown. Ah, how cute it is. You just walk right by and you never even notice. But if you look on the back side of this particular pole, you'll see that there is a pole right here. And the pole is not inside the sign. So what did the Disney Imagineers do? They painted it so it matches perfectly with the pole so you wouldn't even notice it. There's a pole there painted to match the sign. Only Disney would paint a pole to hide the pole. Number 7, the name tags. Check out the attention to details on the name tags, the new messages that they have. Hey Steven, check out this brand new name tag. Ooh. And look what's so special about this. At the bottom it says bringing back the magic, because guess what? We're bringing back the magic now, aren't we?
Absolutely. You guys have a great day. Come see us. Ride those vehicles.
You'll see Steven right here. He's on the Main Street Vehicles. If you haven't seen our Main Street Vehicles video, check that out. And he's the one, he's basically the main guy here.
Oh, please. No.
Why does the chicken coop have 2 doors? Because it has 4 doors and the chickens in the end.
Everybody. Good night. We'll be here all week.
Disneyland is open. If you're thinking about coming down, it is a good time to come down, and you can get tickets from Getaway today. 1-855-GETAWAY, and let them know that Provost Park Pass sent you, and they're going to give you a discount. Or go ahead and click the link down below. That'll also get you a discount. For the number 6 most amazing detail in Disneyland that you probably didn't notice, it has to do with fire insurance. We got to go back down to New Orleans Square. Now, back in the day in the 1800s, in New Orleans Square, you would get fire insurance. And the way you buy fire insurance is you would buy a plaque. You'd put the plaque on your house And then if your house caught on fire, the fire brigade would come. If they saw the plaque in your house, boy, they would work really hard to put out the fire because you bought the fire insurance. If you didn't have that plaque, they didn't work quite as hard to get the fire out. So, in New Orleans Square here in Disneyland, guess what? They went down to New Orleans, they went to all these different flea markets and antique stores and everything, and they found 6 of these fire insurance plaques. And they're located around here in New Orleans Square. And I'm gonna show you where all 6 of them are. I mean, these are real, authentic fire insurance plaques brought from New Orleans Square to this New Orleans Square. The first fire insurance plaque that you can see is at the exit of Pirates Caribbean. There's Pirates Caribbean. And right up here, if you look on the wall, you can see it right there. It says FI for fire insurance. This is a plaque that you put on your house to let them know, hey, I paid for this, put my house out if it ever caught on fire. Now, they got these 6 different plaques from 6 different fire brigades, so they all look a little bit different. If you go right across the street, over here, you can see another one right up there. And there's another fire insurance to let you know, hey, put this fire out if it happens to be in my building. So that's number 2. The third fire plaque is right past the old Club 33 door, right here by 35. If you look up, you can see it's a red one right up there. I like this one. This one's the only one that's really colored. It's a red one saying, hey, I got fire insurance, put it out. The 4th fire insurance plaque is right out here where you get the beignets and mint juleps. There's a building right here. If you look up, you can see this one right here. It's right across the way from the bathrooms. Let's go find 5 and 6. If you saw our video about the top 5 drinking fountains, right across from this drinking fountain here, as you can see, the number 5th plaque. This is the Cafe Orleans restaurant, and right above that is the 5th fire insurance seal right there. This building is protected. And the last one is right over here. It's by the French Market. Look up there and you can see it right there. The 6th and final fire insurance seal, letting you know this building is protected. These are authentic fire insurance emblems found from New Orleans. They brought them here to Disneyland and there's 6 of them. So be on the lookout, see if you can find all 6. Number 5 is the flagpole. Most people know that if you come to the base of Flagpole, you can read the speech that was given. But if you look at here, you notice, look at this. This is a black and the rest of Flagpole is white. This part here, the part that's black, was originally a lamppost on Wilshire Avenue in LA. It got dinged and they're gonna throw it away. And Walt's like, we can use it. And hence, they used the base of that lamppost for the flagpole. Here's what we're doing at Provost Park Pass. We are doing 3 weeks worth of Disney videos. Then on the 4th week of the month, the last week of the month, we are gonna go to wherever you send me. We're gonna put a poll up on the community tab of different parks, and whichever park gets the most votes, that's where I'm gonna go to next. It could be a baseball park, a water park, a theme park, a national park. You guys can even submit park ideas and I will put them down for the poll. And whichever one gets the most votes, I will go there next and do the history of that particular park and show you some cool facts that you probably didn't know. So make sure you vote. For the number 4 most amazing detail in Disneyland, you've got to come down to Frontierland. You'll notice the boardwalk here in Frontierland, they're at the end of the boards, they're a little bit lighter. See how that lighter there? That is painted on to look like mud. That's right, mud. Because in the olden days, cowboys would come out with their boots and they'd scrape their boots off on the floor like that and wipe off their mud. And only Disney would actually make mud. That's what they do. They paint it on mud to make it look authentic. Wipe off your boots, walk in to the store. For the number 3 most amazing detail you probably never noticed, you gotta go to Fantasyland and look up. When you're in Fantasyland, a lot of times you're looking down and seeing this, but if you look over here at Peter Pan and look straight up, what do you see? The crocodile that Hook is afraid of. It's not a weather vane, it's just a crocodile right at their little ornament to let you know, hey, this is the Peter Pan ride. Now the rumor was that they put that up there at the very beginning so that way parents would know this ride is a little bit scarier. Now I'm a parent and I never got that in a book saying, hey, ornament means scary dark ride. So I don't really believe that particular story, but that's what they say. It's the only attraction in Fantasyland that has like a spire that doesn't have like, it's not a weather vane, it's just an ornament of a character. What? Pinocchio and Mr. Toad, they have weather vanes, like, you know, blowing the wind. So, but those are not just little ornaments. Mr. Toad, of course, is Mr. Toad, riding his car. And of course, Pinocchio is Monster of the Well.
For the number 2 most amazing detail that you probably missed in Disneyland, you have to go back to New Line Square to the Haunted Mansion. When they were designing the Haunted Mansion, a lot of the Disney Imagineers, they wanted it to be a dilapidated building, but Walt was like, no. He famously said, we'll take care of the outside, the ghosts will take care of the inside. So the outside of the Haunted Mansion is pristine and it looks amazing. There is a detail though you probably missed because it looks so good.
The house is gorgeous and pristine on the outside. Now, of course, what does the house have? Rain gutters. Something you don't really think about is rain gutters. Now look at this rain spout. Now right there, when it's coming down, this is a real rain spout. What do you see? It's painted beige. Then as it goes down, painted green. But there's this outcropping right there where the rain spout sticks out, and they painted it beige so that way when you walk by the street, you don't even see it. Then it continues down with green. Only Disney would change the colors of the rain spouts so you wouldn't notice them. And when you're outside, you don't even see that rain spout because it just blends right in.
Did you know that we are giving away 100, that's right, 100 Disney gifts? And all you have to do in order to be eligible for that is subscribe to our channel. It's that easy. If you're a subscriber, then you are eligible to win one of 100 gifts. And these gifts are amazing. I mean, like everything Disney ever wanted. So be sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That goes a long way to help our videos. Subscribe for a chance to win. For the number 1 most amazing detail in all of Disneyland, we are back on Main Street. Now Walt really likes symmetry. He loves symmetry. He loves everything to be even. And this one really stands out. This was from Walt himself.
Down here at the Coca-Cola corner, or the Coca-Cola refreshment corner, you can see all these little red and white bulbs. All of them beautiful, every other one. Red, white, red, white, red, white. Well, there is an odd number of light bulbs, so Walt saw that and he hand painted that one there. Well, that's not the original one he painted, but he painted one down there, made it half red, half white, so that way everyone is every other color. Red, white, red, white, red, white, even though there's an odd number. Walt, his attention to detail is amazing. This is the number 1 best detail in all of Disneyland, the red and white light bulb.
An honorable mention for a detail you probably didn't notice is also located in where? Toontown.
Now you can see this little fountain here, Mickey's conducting it, and you can see these little like manhole covers down here with an instrument on it. If you step on the instrument, it'll make sounds. There you go, saxophone, step on it. Yeah, that sounds like a saxophone.
These have been some cool, amazing details. Now, if you want to see more amazing details, then go ahead and put a like and leave a little comment. Say, hey, let's do a part 2. I mean, I have enough of these details. We can do a part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, forever, basically, because Disney is awesome with the details. So if you want to see a part 2 of this video, put it down in the comments down below, say part 2, please, and like this video, and share it, and subscribe. You guys, it's good to be back.